Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Emily and today I'm going to be recommending you some creepy books that you can read this creepy fall season. So first we're going to get started with 3 middle grades that I really enjoy and I think they are very creepy and very good for this time of the year. First, let's start off with The Screaming Staircase by Jonathan Stroud. I talk about this all the time. I absolutely love this. If you like ghosts and mysteries and like a found family and investigating an atmosphere, like great atmosphere, and like really creepy descriptions of ghosts, then this is the book for you. This takes place in London, I believe, back in time, and you follow these 3 kids and they're part of Lockwood & Co. agency, and what they do is they go to different haunted places and they help take care of these ghosts that are kind of haunting and causing problems. And there's so much more to it throughout the arc of the series, and I still have the last book to read, but I'm really excited for it, and I will definitely see myself rereading these ones again. So if you like any of those things, check out this one. The next middle grade I have for you is City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. This one has ghosts, it has haunted places, travel. This one takes place in Scotland. The others take place in different countries as well. We also dive into a Beyond the Veil kind of thing in this book, and there's also a really sinister haunting going on in here. And so for this one we follow Cassidy, and she has a friend that's a ghost, and when she was younger she had an accident near a river, I believe, and he kind of saved her, so now she's kind of stuck with him, I guess. And because of this accident, she is now able to see ghosts, and she can go beyond the veil to like the ghost otherworldly side. And her parents are actually like ghost investigators, sort of. And so they're going to be doing a TV show, so they're going to be traveling around the world to visit all these haunted places, and the first stop is Scotland. While in Scotland, she meets another girl that can also see the ghost just like her, and she kind of gives her warnings. And throughout this book, there is a ghost that's kind of causing problems for the people and for her, and she has to fight this ghost essentially and save people and herself. So if you like any of those things, check out this one. I'm sure a lot of people have already checked this one out. It's very popular. I have to read the 3rd book that just came out recently, and hopefully I can get to that this month. If not, I love reading spooky stuff all the time, so check this out if you want some creepy reads. So next I have Coraline by Neil Gaiman. I actually watched the movie for this first, and I absolutely loved it. And then I read this, I think, like a year or 2 ago. Absolutely loved it. It's got, it's got creepy pictures in it, and I think that just adds to the reading experience. So for this one, you have a creepy house, you have a talking cat, a mysterious door that takes her to this other world, and you have like missing / dead other kids, and this other mother, and it's just so good. It's so creepy. Like if I would have read this when I was younger, I would have been way creeped out by this other world and everything going on with it. And I absolutely love this book. We follow Coraline and her parents. They move to a new place, and in this house that I believe they share with a bunch of other people, weird things are kind of going on, and she finds this door, and it leads to this other world that's the same like hers but different and more fun and vibrant. And in the process of being in this other kind of other dimension, sort of, she finds out that it's a lot more sinister than she thought it was. And I just really enjoy this. Definitely creepy. If you know, you know, but definitely a creepy book to check out this season. Moving on to YA, I have 2 books for this, and the first one's going to be Teeth in the Mist by Dawn Kurtagich. I read this one a few years ago. I don't have it on my shelves right now. I had to make some space, so it's packed away for right now, but it has mixed media. It's got a past and present time frame, and in the past you're seeing this big house and all these like kids and stuff have been sent here, but weird things are starting to go on, And then you get the present, and this house is, I believe if I remember correctly, it was like burnt down or it's shambles, like, so you're trying to piece it together as what happened in the past that it's now like this in the present. I will also say that this book is very similar to Mexican Gothic in like the house way, like there's something going on with the house, and the atmosphere of this book was so good, and the mixed media really added to that. It has tons of secrets, and then you find out so much about each of the characters, and this is a book where the characters can't trust their senses. So if you like those kinds of books, I would definitely check this one out. I went into it not knowing a lot about it, so I'm not going to tell you any more than that. I think that if you liked Mexican Gothic, you will definitely like this one. So check this one out. Next, I have one I read recently this year, and that is Rules for Vanishing by Kate Marshall. I can't remember if that's her whole name. I know it's Kate, and I think it's Marshall. Okay, we'll go with that. But for this one, it takes place on a creepy road in the forest that only shows up certain time of year, and we're following a girl, and I can't remember her name, but her sister went missing, and the last thing people knew was that she was supposed to be going on this road. So her sister's been waiting and waiting, and finally one night her and a bunch of friends go on this road, and strange things start happening. It's messing with their minds. So another one of, you can't trust your senses on this place, and there's monsters, and there's things, and there's like different sections of the road that you have to get past, and there's just so many things, and it's atmospheric, and it gets a little confusing at times, and you feel like you're kind of going crazy with the characters. But I absolutely enjoyed reading this. It was definitely something like outside of my comfort zone, because I don't know that I've read something like this one before, but I really enjoyed it, and it's definitely creepy, and I definitely think you should check it out if you haven't. So next we're doing adult, and I have 4 books for this one. The first one I'm going to do, it's a non-fiction kind of, and it's called Dead Mountain, and this is about the unsolved mystery of what happened on the Dyatlov Pass with these like hikers, and they're found later when they don't return, and they're all like over the place, barely wearing any clothes, their tent's destroyed, and like you just don't know what happens. And I think it is so incredibly sad that this happened to them, but it's also very creepy because I did look pictures up on the internet, you can find them on Google, and they were just so creepy and sad, and they have like little maps and stuff to show you like from where they're camped and like where they were all found, and it was just so weird. Like, how does something like this happen? Like, what happened? And you almost feel like maybe something paranormal could have happened, but obviously that wasn't the case. But I think that the author of this book did a really good job putting pieces together and trying to figure out what could have happened, and they kind of give what they think at the end of what probably happened. And I really enjoyed the way this book was filled out, and it had an interview with one of the people that went on the hike but had to come back early before the events of it happened. So, you know, it's got it's kind of like an unsolved mystery of what happened to these people, and you know, the creepy feeling behind the way that they were all found. So definitely check this one out. I don't think it gets enough recognition, and I definitely think it would be a good one to read around this time of the year if you like reading nonfiction books. Next, we're gonna get to a very recent read, and that's Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. I'm actually reading the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, also creepy. Check that one out by him if you haven't. But Horror Store, this one has mystery, it has ghosts, it has these creepy furniture pieces as you go on throughout the book, because this is based on like an off-brand of IKEA, so Orsk. And it also has a little bit of mixed media, and it's set up like a catalog. So we're following some characters, and weird things have been going on at this store overnight, and no one can explain it. So a bunch of them stay for night shift, and they're trying to figure out what's happening. Is there someone in the store? And chaos kind of ensues. The store turns you all around, and it just feels like the store is alive almost. So weird things start happening, and then the history of the place kind of comes to light, and that kind of incorporates itself into everything that starts happening, and the further on you get, the more creepy it gets, and I just love this book so much. The ending I wasn't super happy with. It kind of leaves you with a piece that you can kind of fill in for yourself, I guess. It does kind of conclude, but not in the way you really want to. But anyway, this one is so creepy at times, and it's just kind of like one of those things like, oh my god, get out of there. So check this one out. The next one I have is a pretty popular one, and that is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I love Riley Sager's writing and his stories. This one is by far my favorite out of all his, and so for this one we have a haunted house, and then we kind of have two point of views. So we have the father, he writes a story about their time in the house, but obviously it's got some fiction to it too. And then you've got the present, where the girl, the daughter of the family, goes back to this house because she wants to know what really happened in this house. And there's mystery surrounding it, there are secrets hidden within it, and it's just so atmospheric and creepy, and you're wondering, is it paranormal, is it not? This book just really has you like wanting to know, like, what happened all that time ago, what's happening now, is it paranormal, is it not? Creepy, loved it, definitely a good haunted house one. So check this one out. And last but not least, I have 6 stories by Matt Weslowski. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. This one I don't hear anything about. I heard it from one person, that was Kayla from Books and Lala. She mentioned it, and that was how I found it. Essentially, this follows a podcast, and this guy covers different, like, mysteries or, like, murders and stuff, and he covers the cases, and he kind of interviews people that are surrounding this, like a case or whatever, and you're getting their sides of the stories, and slowly you're piecing things together. And I just absolutely love this. Their story for like what happened way back when takes place in like the woods, and some creepy things happen during these people's time in the woods. And then you're left with like the mystery of what happened to the people, like what happened to the person that went missing, and you finally get some answers. And this book was just so unique, and I know there's other books out there that have podcasts, but this one does it in such a neat way. And so far there's 5 books out, but I think another one's coming out next month. But this series seems so cool. Like, I'm so excited to get to the next one. I can't believe I haven't gotten to the next one yet, but you're following different cases and different characters, and it's slowly piecing together, and it's just so creepy, and I loved it. And I really want more people to read this book / series, so if you want another creepy read, here you go, check this one out. I hope you'll enjoy it. Okay, everyone, that's it for this video. I enjoyed recommending all these books. I enjoyed reading all these books. I hope that you were able to find something out of this video that you haven't read or that you really want to check out. Like this video if you liked it. Comment below if you have any recommendations for creepy books. And subscribe if you want to. I would very much appreciate it. So I will see you again in my next video. Bye.